Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 18 minutes after 11 o'clock. So the other day, we were over across the street at the post office in the college, which is nice and convenient. And we bumped into Mike Fallon, who works over at the college, and hadn't seen him in a long time. I said, "Hey, Mike, how you doing? I saw on Facebook that you were in South America somewhere." "Oh, yeah, I went to South America. I went to Sweden. I went to Germany. I went to England."
Yeah, you took a whole month.
Holy mackerel.
And just did
Holy
that. Isn't that
mackerel.
great?
I feel so left out. I'm here. I just get me to Daytona, anything. Anthony James is here. He is the voice of travel. So I will live vicariously through Anthony and through Mike. Anthony is also the general manager of Homewood Suites by Hilton Ocala at Heathbrook, and he helps us understand what we need to understand about traveling.
Yes.
Or just talks about it. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, kids are back in school now, so
Yeah.
everything's kind of dialing down into
What was the word?
Orlando and stuff like dialing down. Everything's kind of getting a little bit calmer now. The summer's getting ready to come to a close, and a lot of people are getting their last minute vacations out of the way. And starting in September, that's when a lot of the rates and stuff like that start dropping.
Oh, really?
Especially for around beaches and all those different types of things. So you'll start looking for those.
So we have a thing we have to go to in October, and when we looked about a month ago, there were lots of places to stay, and now there was like one or two. I mean, these things pack
2
up.
rooms left. Yeah.
I mean, they book up really quick.
Well, yeah, you got to figure out if you see something going on in an area where there's like no more rooms left, then you immediately know there's something going on.
Something
in that
going
area.
on,
Whether
yeah.
it's a citywide sporting event, some type of a convention going on.
Right.
That's how you know that it's just crazy. Just like here in Ocala, it's like you can find a room anywhere in Ocala in July,
Yeah.
but January, February, and March, it's tough.
Oh, really? Do you have picky? What do you call people in the hotel? Clients? What do you call them?
Guests.
Guests.
Yes.
Do you have picky guests?
All the time.
Tell me about a
the
picky
time.
guest. Because I'm wondering if I'll be picky. If I just say, the bedspread is dirty. It smells clean, but
Ooh, but if it's dirty, no.
Well, here's the thing.
That'd be awful.
Guests have valid points. It's just that we in the hospitality industry, especially if you worked in it for a long time, we kind of know what's going on. If you come in and say, "Oh, hey, there's no pillowcases on my bed," 9 times out of 10, we already know that's kind of not true.
Oh, really?
Because we have, not only does the housekeeper clean the room, but then you have a supervisor go in after them and have to inspect the room. And then you have managers like me that choose a certain amount of rooms a day and go inspect them for himself or herself.
a double check. Okay.
Right. So it's one of the biggest things right now is breakfast offerings. It's like the free things. We have a buffet breakfast. So we have eggs, we have either sausage or bacon, we have fruit, we have toast, we have all types of bread, and bagels, and English muffins, and danishes, and oatmeal, and you have raisins, and you have the brown sugar, and you have 4 different types of juice.
Brown
you have
sugar.
coffee.
Wow, I'm going there for
I'm hungry.
breakfast.
Well, you
Wow.
have all those things, and then
What do you put the brown sugar on?
in
Oatmeal.
the oatmeal.
Oh, the oatmeal.
Oatmeal's
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
But then you have people that will come in and like, well, the eggs weren't as good as I liked them.
Oh, no.
Or you'll have somebody says, well, they had white and wheat bread, but they didn't have any rye bread. Or
Oh.
Oh, man.
Or
what are they,
didn't
spoiled
have-
kids? What are they?
Yeah. Or they didn't have egg whites, and so
Really? Just cut the yellow part out and you have an egg white.
exactly. So we as hoteliers, we listen to our guests and we want the best for our guests, and we know that what people want are evolving and they're ever changing all the time. So we try to accommodate, but there's times when you have to say, okay, this is what we offer.
Yeah.
And it's complimentary. So if you want these types of things, there's other places that you can get these things at.
Yeah, right.
But the majority of our guests are very good, and that's why Homewood as a brand, they switched to this new social dinner thing to where the same food that the Homewood Suites here in Ocala is having, the Homewood Suites in Dallas, Texas is having the exact same entree that night.
Oh.
Or the Homewood Suites in Phoenix, Arizona, they're having the exact same thing. Because what we came across when we did focus groups was that they were like, well, I just stayed at the Homewood in such a city, in such a state, and they had these things. And we're like, that can't be possible because they don't. First of all, there's no way for them to actually prepare that type of dish there.
Oh, right.
Because we all have the
gee.
same type
Right.
kitchens.
Yeah.
So there's no way. So those are the things like that. Like I said, guests, please always voice your concerns to management if something happens.
Right.
But there are just times that we as managers and just us as people know we've been in the hotel industry for so long, we kind of know what is true and what's not true.
Right.
So you know if they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a
We
lady
have
lie.
guests.
Were you with me when we saw the lady? What was it? Was it chicken wings or shrimp or something? And she ate
Oh, yeah, I was with you that day.
all but it was at a Charlie horse
Yeah,
or
Charlie
something.
horse, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Anthony, she ate 18 out of 20, whatever it was, chicken wings or shrimp.
shrimp.
And then she says, these were no good.
Yeah.
I said, you waited until you ate it. I'm thinking, holy mackerel.
Yeah.
You know what I saw the other day, too?
Yeah.
I saw,
They
Listen
gave
to-
her another plate,
Listen
though,
to this.
to their
Listen
credit.
to this.
They accommodated her.
Over at Golden Corral. No, the Chinese Ocean Buffet here. I know Galen doesn't say it's Chinese, but it's an Ocean Buffet. All right. I saw this lady. She ate a lot. I mean, a lot.
Right.
So now they have a cheaper price at 3 than they do at 4. Is that right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
something
4
like that.
o'clock
Okay.
is the dinner price.
So, but it was now after 4. But she had been eating for like 2 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean
She was
a
there.
lot.
Right.
Okay, so the little Chinese girl comes over. I mean, the sweetest can be. Gives her the bill. She says, "This is lunch." And then she says, "Plus, I'm a senior." So now the poor little girl has to go back. How much is she going to take off? $1 or $2? And this woman just pigged out.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
lunch price.
So do you get this in the hotel too?
We do.
who
We get
try-
it. We get it in the hotels. We get it. We get it a lot, and especially in the restaurant industry. Like I said, it's the industry we're in. We have to have a certain amount of ethics and morality to be able to say
You have to be the customer's right. You have to
Right.
do that.
right, and,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
and unfortunately that's what this time has come. A lot of people think that now if you go online and blast a hotel, I've had someone call me before and say, "Hey, I'll give you good reviews if you take this off of my bill."
Oh no.
I've had that so many times, and I stopped doing that because you know what? It's the integrity of my hotel.
Yeah.
This is what we offer. If I see,
Well, good for you.
I see between 2,500 and 3,200 different guests per month. Period. If I have 3,000 guests and I make 2,900 of them happy, then I've done my job.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to please everyone. I mean, everyone has this these days. They have this. They can't eat this. They can't eat this. That's why we try to accommodate as much as possible. But at the end of the day, you do all that you can, and then that's all you can do. And that's how you should be based on, especially if you're a restaurant.
But
or
if you're a new
hotel.
manager, I can relate to this because when I used to play colleges concerts, and I remember one, I've told Robin this story 100 times, 300 people in the audience, one guy heckling me ruthlessly, saying I sucked, etc. And I felt so horrible from this one guy, and I felt like I did pretty good. And so after the whole show was over, the woman who hired me, she said, "Look at it this way, 299 people loved you. Forget that one guy."
Right.
But
Exactly.
it's a hard pill to swallow.
It's a hard pill to swallow, and it's tough because we all we aim for perfection. We want every single person to have the best time and the best stay at any time and every day. But honestly, it's just not going to happen
Because people
every
are
day. well, yeah,
Hard to please.
Greedy.
But you
And
take
greedy,
that,
yeah.
and you take that, and but over the years, and people complaining. Now, here's where the complaining has become good. Over the last 2 to 3 years, we take complaints and we compile them, and we work through in our meetings and front desks and housekeeping. We take these things and we do like acting back and forth.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we are trained. So you be the guest this time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it has helped us evolve. And that's why now there was one person the other day that said to me, "Oh, well, you just have an answer for everything." Yes, we do.
Do it to me. Do it to me. Do it to me. I want to be the clerk, and you be the disgruntled guest. Let's see if I do it right.
All right. Sir, I'm sorry, but I was over there eating, and
Yeah.
there's no more oranges left.
It's okay. What else do you like?
No, I want an orange.
I know.
There's apples and bananas, but I don't
There's
want
a guy
that.
down the road. He sells oranges.
And that's what I have to stop you right there. you
No
can't
raise
tell him to
for
go down the road.
No raise for you. That's it.
But that happens, and we just we want to we try to educate our guests as much as possible to say there's times if I will order about 150 oranges. And they'll all be gone in 2 days. But you know what? There's 2 and 3, 4 in somebody's purse.
Right.
Right.
And
Right,
stuff like that.
I
So
know.
We order for what we can do. So
Yeah.
We haven't
I know,
done.
that's
This is the
horrible.
first time we've done this angle of it. I left this.
Yeah.
This was good.
It's a great one.
good.
Because you know what's going to happen after those guys? You get 350 more like Robin and me who are just going to be so grateful just to have a bed to sleep in.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And thank you for the half orange because we don't really need a whole lot.
Yeah.
Anthony, how do we
Or
get a hold
low
of you
maintenance.
at Homewood Suites? How do we get a hold of you?
352-369-4610.
It always goes too quick.
It does.
Tell Dan we want a half hour with you, not 15 minutes.
I will. I'm going to tell him that right now.
All right. Well,
There you go.
thank you, Anthony. We'll be right back.
West Coast Hollywood.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. Jared Fogle, who is a longtime spokesperson for Subway, pleading guilty to sex acts with minors and receiving child pornography.